What up, guys? Oh, fell over. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So this morning we're heading to Katie's Cars and Coffee. Like I said in the last vlog, it's tough getting up this morning. Tough getting up. But we are awake, barely. But it is chilly out there. It's supposed to snow later today, and/or tonight, and/or tomorrow, and it's like 29 degrees, maybe 27. I don't know. We got these fuzzy socks. Hopefully I'll stay warm. I don't have a winter coat, so I'm going with this fleece. I got a long sleeve shirt on underneath. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think I'm going to throw on my raincoat. The reason being, keeps all the heat in. Got to get those car shots. Got to see if that SVJ is there. I don't know if it will be, but I'm hoping for the best. We'll see. We'll see. More to come. More to come. Got some gloves. Hopefully my hands won't be frozen because they were pretty chilly at the Lamborghini, McLaren, Rolls-Royce dealership just the other day, and that was like 30-some degrees. So, whew. Anyways, yeah, I got to get my other sock on and roll out. So, to the Tesla. And cue the garage. Hey, what's up, guys? Oh. Ooh, we got the double Tesla. He's back from vacation. But we see, that's the new front fascia, old front fascia, new front fascia, old front fascia. Anyways, welcome back to the Tesla, guys. All right, I think today's gonna be phenomenal. Just because, well, obviously we're starting off in the Tesla, and then from there we're going to see even more awesome cars. Hopefully, potentially. Well, there's always good cars there. So anyways, let's hit the road. I think it's only like 15-20 minutes away, so hopefully there's no traffic. There really shouldn't be. So onwards and upwards, offwards, onwards and offwards, onwards and upwards. Let's roll. We got a nice 911 Targa in front of us. I wonder if they're going to Cars and Coffee. Wow, I don't know if I'm super early or what, but this place is like empty compared to normal. It's 8:25. I think it starts at 8 though, technically, quote unquote, unofficially. But there's a couple cars down around the way, so we're gonna go check it out, see what's going on. I don't remember what time I got here the last time I came, but anyways, we'll hope for the best. I don't know if the SVJ is gonna be here. It is chilly outside. It's a nice 28 degrees right down there. Taste it. Taste it. Oh, guys, I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's the winter time or what, but this is a very disappointing Cars and Coffee. The best car I saw was the Aston Martin DBS. It's not late, but it's not early. Like, this should be like prime time, I would think, but it's clearly not prime time. Now, I could drive an hour to Hunt Valley horsepower. Oh, do it. There's also this Camaro. Car people in the Virginia, DC, Maryland area, you've disappointed me. Now, I just put in Hunt Valley Town Center, and I was gonna head up there, but it takes an hour and 11 minutes. It's now 8:40. Oh goodness, guys, it's 69 miles, an hour and 11 minutes, all the way up there. I'm not gonna get there till like 9:50. And it ends at 10 technically, so I assume most people are probably going to be like packing up, heading out, and I just don't know if it's worth driving an hour and 11 minutes. I just don't think it's going to be worth it. I mean, especially seeing the outcome here, I just can't believe there's no one here. A little disappointing, but I don't know what else to do today. What can I do with the Tesla? What do you guys want to see? I don't know, more to come. All right, so Cars and Coffee kind of fell through. So we're gonna do a complete, well, I don't know if it's a complete 180, but we're gonna go a completely different direction. I'm gonna give you guys the five best features, well, best slash my favorite features of my Tesla Model S. All right, feature number one that I think hands down is so incredible with this car. I mean, come on guys, you know exactly where I'm gonna start. The steering wheel. Now, the reason I say the steering wheel is because you can control almost everything with this steering wheel. And it's still very clean and simple. The steering wheel, you obviously have the horn. You just push this middle thing for the horn. I'm not gonna do because I'm in this parking lot. Okay, I'm gonna do it real quick. All right, so you got the horn, very simple. But on each side, it's symmetric. So you got the scroll wheels in the middle, and these things control basic stuff. So you have your driver's dash up here, and well, the left scroll wheel, if you press and hold, you can now get this menu, and you can change between what this side displays. So if you want to see media, you go to media, and it shows you what's on. If you press and hold, you can go down, go to energy. Very, very simple, very clean. It's easy to function. You just hold down, change the app, I guess, for each side respective of the scroll wheel. Now, on top of that, you can do pretty much everything that you need to do. So the top button here is a voice command. If you press this, navigate to Potomac Pizza. And when you do that, it automatically brings this up, and all you would have to do now is tap which location you want, and then you're going. No. So for example, this is fantastic because when you're driving, you don't want to have to, you know, come up here and tap navigate and then try to type in Potomac Pizza while you're driving. You have easy access to volume, so this will obviously just scroll up and down with volume. And then right here, these buttons will go forward or backwards on your music. And also, if you press and hold longer, it will skip to the next station that you have saved. If you have like new pop on, if I press and hold this, it went from new pop to the next like station that I have saved on here. And if I press and hold it again, it goes to the next one. Now, if I just press it once, it changed songs, but stayed on the same station. On this side, you have a lot more controls on the car. So if you push this bottom button that has like a listed menu, if you click this once, it brings up another menu on here. Now, this menu has any controls that you might need for temperature in the car. So if we go to temperature, now what happens is, you can control, if I use this scroll wheel now because I selected that, if I scroll here, it will change the interior temperature in the car. And as you can see, when I do it up here, it also changes these numbers right down here because it is now set to setting the interior temperature on the car. So again, I never have to actually come over here and click this fan button and adjust the fan speed or any of this temperature, because right up here, I can go back in and click fan speed and say, oh, I want the air to blow higher. Now we have higher fan speeds. It's too much, I'll turn it down. So whatever you select with this, it does stay on that. Display brightness, if it's not bright enough, I can turn that brightness up. I can turn that brightness down. Which is very cool that that Tesla was able to integrate all of these controls very easily with the steering wheel. So further, you know, you can obviously open the sunroof to pretty much any percentage, or sorry, it goes in increments of 5. You can go to recent calls, go to your contacts to make calls. So I usually leave it set to sunroof. That's the easiest thing that I like to control from this scroll wheel. So that's generally what I use this for. Now on top of that, you can also use this to play Atari games. But that's obviously only available when you're in park. I just think they did a fantastic job with the steering wheel. It's very intuitive, it makes a lot of sense, and very simple and clean. There's not a ton of buttons, but they're all very intuitive, and it makes a ton of sense. All right, feature numero dos. It's the clean aesthetic of the car.
it's very nice that there's basically no buttons. The only physical buttons, which are necessary in the sense that if this thing ever goes bad, you can still turn on your hazard lights and open your glove box. Press this button. If we come over here and click this button, it opens up the glove box, which you would never even know is there because it's just solid black. So those are really the only two buttons aside from, you know, the steering wheel and the stalks and stuff. But there's no like crazy dashboard. You have this very clean touchscreen. But I'm just saying, you know, as a whole, I think that the dashboard that Tesla was able to create and just the driver controls and everything, they did a very good job keeping it nice and clean. And the best part about having pretty much all of your controls in a computer is that you can just send software updates. So when I got this car, this whole panel of all the apps that you can choose from was fixed at the top of the screen, and they redesigned it so that you have now a larger map and you have these controls pop up when you want them, and they're not always there. Also, knowing that, you know, most people are using music, you don't need it to take up half the screen while half the screen is nav. Now the whole screen is nav, and music can either be, you know, a smaller card, a larger card if you're browsing, or it can just be this tiny little bar at the bottom, which is very nice and leaves this open to, you know, seeing where you're going or where you're at or whatever else you need to do on the screen. All right, guys, feature number 3, I would have to say, feature number 3 is the built-in iPhone charger. So this car actually came with this, and well, it's fantastic because, well, when I get in my car, I can put my phone right here. It's a nice sort of mounting dock. If I have separate like Waze on here, I can still see it, but I don't have to use it. The one thing that would be nice is if they add in what is it, Apple CarPlay, but that's not a feature right now. So for now, it's nice to have my phone here. It's still visible, but it's not a distraction anymore because it's sort of out of my line of sight when I'm driving, but it's easily accessible and it can charge while I'm on the go. Also, it is via these 2 USB ports. So there's this one and this one. It's nice to have those 2 USB ports, and apparently on the newer cars you can actually use it to record, it'll continuously record while you're driving in case you're in an accident or whatever. You can just, it'll record via the autopilot camera that's in here on the newer models that have autopilot hardware. My car won't do that, so unfortunately I don't have that feature. Feature number 4. I think we have to mention the carbon fiber. This was something that I really wanted on my car. I just think it makes the car look great. It goes very well. Having a P85, having a P85D, P90D, P100D, any performance Tesla, you're essentially missing the boat if you don't do carbon fiber. And the only reason I say that, I mean, obviously it's up to everybody's preference, but the carbon fiber is just nice and sporty. It goes along with the whole aesthetic of how quick these cars are, how much fun they are to accelerate, and I think the carbon fiber just looks incredible. It's like a nice, I guess like a matte or like flat carbon fiber, so it's not like super shiny, but it still looks incredible. You know, we obviously have it right here, and these things slide, so it's on these like the cup holders. It's up here. It's actually on the floor of this, but this is super messy in here right now, so I'm not going to show that. And then obviously we have the incredible carbon fiber rear spoiler, which I think really finishes off the look of this car. Instead of just being like a boring old 4-door sedan, it makes it look that much sportier, and just it's just any Tesla that doesn't have the rear spoiler, I just feel like it's missing something in the look of the vehicle. And well, I would say even if you don't go with the carbon fiber or performance Model S, get like an aftermarket carbon fiber rear spoiler because they look absolutely incredible. I mean, it just really finishes off the look of the car, I think. Without that, this car would just be another Model S. Anyways, the carbon fiber, I just think that is a great spec for the car. I know everybody has their personal preference. All right, last but not least, the door handles. I mean, guys, how cool is that? How cool is that? And then when you walk up to the car, they come out automatically, but They go in and out along with the mirrors, so if we double click, presents itself to you. Also, as my grandma said, just pull the handle out a little bit and it'll open.
Oh, it's so easy. Anybody could do, even anybody with arthritis could.
An elderly person with arthritis could open these door handles. They're just super easy. They just pop right out. You barely have to put any effort. The reason being is because when you pull the door handles just ever so slightly, it basically just hits like a sensor, or they're electronically like released. Same thing with the inside. This is the front door handle. This is just a handle to like pull the door shut. There's nothing in there, just like a little grip. But if you pull this out, you can hear that like electronic actuator release the door, and then, well, obviously you can just push it open. But I think that it looks so cool. It obviously decreases the drag coefficient. They're expensive to replace, but they are covered under the warranty that comes when you buy a CPO vehicle. It is very cool that the handles open and close. And it is funny seeing people walk up to the car. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was the door handles going back into the vehicle. If you sit here long enough, what happens is the door handles will automatically go back in. Now, the car is still unlocked, but as you can see on the side of the door, there's no handles popping out. And people will walk up and be like, how do I get in your car? So half the time what I do is, if you tap this to lock the car and then unlock it, the door handles will now present. So you can see the door handle sticking out there now. But if people walk up to the car and the handles have retracted because like you've been sitting here and the car's unlocked and you're waiting for someone to come and get in, they'll walk up and be like, what do I do? How do I get in? And you just have to like tap on the door handle. So you just kind of like tap it or press it lightly, and then it will know that you're trying to get in and will automatically present itself. So just a tip for anybody that walks up to a Tesla. If it's locked, it won't do that, obviously, and that's the driver's fault. But if the car is unlocked and you walk up to it, you should just be able to like tap the handle. Here we go. Auto present handles. If we turn this off. All right, let's walk away from the car. We'll walk back up to it. They shouldn't auto present, and I should be able to tap to unlock it. All right, so we didn't, no auto present, but so as you can see, if you walk up and you have that feature turned off, then the handles will not come out automatically. But if you just tap the handle, then they'll present themselves and you can get into your car. Yeah, sorry, there's no Lamborghini SVJs and no Ferraris, no Gallardos, no McLarens, none of that stuff today, because I guess everybody figured it was too cold. I mean, it is 29 degrees outside, but it's not windy, so it's actually kind of nice outside. No fancy cars, except for my Tesla. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. All right, well, we got one Ferrari. Yeah, just happened to be driving by. I guess he was just out for his Saturday morning drive. Guess I'm just gonna head home now and go back to sleep. Anyways, that's it for today's vlog. If you guys like today's video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And well, until next time, guys, thanks for watching.